It's good to see you both again. Melissa, it's good to see you. It's great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I want to start by saying there will absolutely be no trouble here today. I've seen you in action. I know what you all can do.
Be warned.
And you scared me.
Good.
I was like, wow, look at these ladies go. Because I've never seen a movie like this. I mean, we've seen the Gangs of New York type films, Goodfellas, but not where the ladies are running the mob. Is that something, an element that drew you both to these roles?
I mean, yes, but not because I don't take this movie as like, it's a switcheroo. It's
Okay.
I really just take it as, I love these three characters. I love their stories. It's really real. And I think it's people pushed into situations that they're pushed to their utmost limit, maybe potential or maybe their depth. And I think that's always something that as a moviegoer I want to see. I like that kind of challenging story.
Mm-hmm.
What was the biggest rush, the biggest adrenaline rush for you both? Because you both have scenes that are just like really intense. I'm like, wow.
Honestly, working with these two was pretty much a really, really great adrenaline rush. You know, I mean, getting to kind of the two people that I really admire, have for a while. I've seen, you know, all of their work, and then getting to be in a scene and play with them and try things and mess up with them, make mistakes, you know, and like laugh and try again and try to make something better and work out how to make something better. It was really, really cool. It was like definitely an experience that I really, really wanted, and it sort of surpassed what I thought it would be.
I think that's always the goal, that something kind of magic happens with the core group. I mean, you hope it kind of clicks, you hope it works in front of the camera, and then if it's also really fun, I think there's a bit of magic that happens, and I feel like that's how it was kind of from the get-go. It just all clicked, and you can't fake that. It either happens or it doesn't. So when it does, you're like, oh, this is amazing. Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk costumes, because this is the purity of it all. 1970s New York. Right. I mean, the cars, the music, but the costumes. Was it fun to dress up in those outfits?
Yes. Give me like a high-waisted belted pant with a flare cut. Like you're right in my sweet spot. And big hair. Like sometimes my hair, I was like, I can't even turn it. Which is like, that's what like lives in here. That's what I think I always look like. It was so fun.
Yeah, for me, when we got into her sort of floral 70s dresses, that was something that I was like, these are amazing. Everything is like a drawstring waist. Like,
and your snap skirt. Did you have a snap skirt that I
the snap skirts, like the details. I mean, we all were like really feeling ourselves.
And Sarah, our costume designer, I think it's really easy that you can slip into kind of like the world of camp and stuff, especially with the 70s, because there's a lot there to dig into. And so I was always amazed at how real everything felt, how much vintage was really used, all the extras, the whole world just kind of sat in the pocket of it, which is hard to do, but it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely loved it. You know, I'm a fan of everything you do. Great to see you as well on screen. It was just a pure adrenaline rush for me. Studio asked me what I thought. I said, this is nonstop from the start to the end. I never knew where the ladies were going to take this thing.
That's awesome.
And I love where it went. So it was a thrill to watch.
Thank you.
My man, you are straight gangster in this movie. I mean,
I'll take that as a compliment.
it is, because it is. You know, we've talked before. You're a nice guy. I see you in this role. You're scary.
I think he's still a nice guy, don't you? I think he's still kind of a sweetheart behind it all. You know, he's just got a difficult job, I think.
Yeah, and I'm not going to ruin anything, but there's a couple of scenes where I'm like, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, he
scary.
does a bit of chopping. Yeah, a bit of shooting, a bit of chopping.
There you go.
Yeah. But I just like to think of him as somebody who's good at his job and takes it seriously, but generally he just wants a calm life, you know?
True that.
Yeah.
Did you go back and watch any old mob type movies to get ready for this role? Because the mentality, the mindset you're in, again, he's very composed.
Yeah.
But he's doing his job.
Yeah.
But it's ruthless.
Yeah. I didn't actually, because sometimes what you don't want to do is end up doing an impression of somebody else because they've found a way to make it work. So really it was just paying attention to the script and seeing how you can add up all those bits to one guy who could possibly say all those things, because he's all over the map in terms of being a romantic and being a killer, and you know. And then it was just seeing what Elisabeth was doing and taking cues from her, because he had to suit her.
People are watching this interview now going, wow, there's a lot in this movie.
Yeah,
there is.
There's
so
plenty.
much. You just have to take it all in. Okay, so you're one of the main guys in an all-girl gang in this movie. What was that like working with this incredible cast?
amazing. I mean, I'd seen their work before. I'd seen them all be funny, and I'd seen them be serious as well. Like, so I knew how good they were going to be, and then it's just a matter of turning up and trying to hold up your end of the bargain, because they're all at the top of their game.
You think this is a story about empowerment too? Because while the girls are trying to find their way, because of what's happened in their lives, your character as well, trying to go down that path of not redemption, but just self-empowerment.
Well, that's a difficult question, because that's not the way I think about it when I read it. I think you don't want to be part of anything that's toxic. So you would, in terms of theme, you would keep an eye out for that in the work that you do. But in terms of the rest of it, it's just about trying to tell the story properly. So I just think about it as a guy who's in love and wants to be with the woman he loves, and I just thought of it as a romance, basically.
Because, as I'm watching this movie, I've never seen anything like it. We've seen like the Gangs of New York, those types of films. This is kind of that feel, but it's not.
Yeah, you got Gangs of New York, you got Goodfellas, and you got all that sort of stuff. That's what this movie is. I think it's really fun and really cool, and I think it has got something to say, but I think the story is great, which is the most important thing.